Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the RSC Twitch stream. Kick off the RSC 20th season here on this fine Monday evening. My name is HUDx. I have with me in the booth my great colleague and friend, Boa. Boa, you're an amateur player yourself. You've got some skin in this game. We've got two great amateur matchups to kick us off for the season. You excited?
Of course. I mean, anytime you get to watch your own fellow players go against each other, it's a fun time. Just being able to see people that you've played against, you're familiar with, is just something great to do. And I know you're not familiar with any of these players, I'm
I'm
guessing?
not, so please give us a rundown of the rosters. We don't have anything on the screen because it's first match day, and we don't have any graphics generated because the API has not been run yet. But please give us our rosters, Boa.
Okay, so for Aloof Goofs, you're going to have Underpants, Dracula, and Rich Rollin, but they're also, for their captain is not here, which is Demonic Goat, which is a shocker because I know every time we've scrimmed, he's been one of their key players. But Dracula is somebody who I had never met until the season started, or preseason started. And he has really surprised me coming out of here. Ander was actually the third overall pick behind me and my teammate, because Mayer had the first two picks of the draft.
Clever.
And then you look at the House Salads team under 50-50 Pizzeria and Array. You're going to have YourBadKittyCat, which is the captain of that team. Yerp and Slash, who actually were teammates last season.
All right.
And then for their fourth, forgive me, we scrimmed them at the beginning of the season, so it could be different than the one I remember. But, I mean, after all that,
rosters are in the Solar game day chat too for our looks at later. But yeah, I mean, you have a prediction before I tell them to join?
Honestly, if they play it right, House Salads could easily take this. I mean, you have that synergy coming out of Yerp and Slash. And YourBadKittyCat is actually a really great player that can lock in.
Opportunity.
Both sides are going to be... Sorry.
No, you're all good. Opportunity here for both of these teams to show what they're made of to kick off this season 20 of RSC, an amateur doubleheader to begin us along this long and winding road of season 20, and a kickoff between Slash Fabo and Dracula. It's going to go in favor of the House Salads. YourBadKittyCat looking for the first shot. It won't go, and Rich rolling with the long clearance. It's saved away by Yerp at the last second there. Ball tapped down now. Still an opportunity here for the House Salads turn to transition offense. Little I formation and a big double commit out of the backfield, and the counterattack opportunity now for the Aloof Goofs. MrAnderpants to the backboard, and Rich Rollin puts it into the back of the net. The first goal on stream of season 20 belongs to the Aloof Goofs.
And coming out of the gate, they're very aggressive on both sides of the ball, but they are showering that net, putting a lot of pressure on them, making them have to save every goal or it's just going in the net. And I do apologize because I did not say the franchise. It's actually under Vibe Tribe, a new franchise by... sorry. I got the name. Not gonna lie.
Egoed. Oof. Just kidding.
But, it'll come to me later.
It will. I might find it for you, actually. I'm lying. Keep going.
But I mean, as you know, amateur is one of the best tiers to watch and commentate on stream. I mean, what do you think you're going to come out of here looking for? I mean, you've done this a lot more than me, so...
So, first thing, Vibe Tribe GM to buy Reverse Fridge. Big save there to keep this one 1-0, but I'm looking for teams that aren't double committing. First off, I'm looking for teams that are communicating their positioning well and not throwing themselves at the same ball over and over again. That's a sign to me of a team that at least knows how to play together, and that is such a huge building block for any kind of success in competitive Rocket League. So those are the teams that I'm looking out for, and right now it has been, it's kind of still feeling out at times. It's still very early in the season. Literally, match day 1 is YourBadKittyCat has a shot just go off the backboard, and once again, we're going to see a counterattack opportunity come the other way here for the Aloof Goofs. Yerp scrolls it up and just past YourBadKittyCat. The score stays at 1-0 in favor of the Aloof Goofs from the Vibe Tribes, Boa. And despite a lot of really good looks, they just haven't found that one to go. Them being the House Salads, and I didn't caster curse it because I didn't stop talking. It's 1-1 now.
I mean, you know how the caster curse works. It knows
I have to
what you were going to say.
I have to put the little counter on.
But yeah, I mean, coming in here, half the game left, and we are a little over half game left. It's tied. And could we see a mess up coming right here? And what a save there by Underpants. Yerp there, and we see BadKittyCat up in the air.
Ooh.
Oh, almost a great follow-up there, but they keep putting the pressure on, kind of changing it around. And Dracula actually did this against us in our scrim. He was in the Mert for the first game, and then he actually switched over to, I think it was either Octane or Finnick, which was weird just because of the change in the body styles. And we see
slash! Oh, just go in! So close. Absolutely would have been insane coming back down that right side if they could find a way to squeeze that one in the right side of the goal. But now an opportunity. Maybe it's going to be Yerp instead, an open space. The zero boost van of the last defender there, Dracula from Aloof Goofs, not back quick enough, and it's the go-ahead goal for Yerp. I believe I've said out loud Yerp, one of my favorite names in this league, a solid one to pick out, and 2-1 the lead now to House Salads. Bo, they interrupted your breakdown of what these guys have got, and are they living up to what you expected out of them here as we're just about through or a little bit past halfway?
Yeah, for the most part I would say so. I mean, you see coming out here, Yerp is leading the pack, but then, and like I said, KittyCat and Slash are both consistent players that are going to keep putting that pressure on. I didn't say it, I swear. It wasn't me. But, and then we see a Aloof Goofs side where all the players are very similar in points in the way that they're keeping pressure on the ball. So we're just going to have to see how this turns out, really. It's going to be a dogfight, in my opinion.
Yeah, minute 20 remains here in Game 1. We've got a 4-game series. We'll see all 4 if you've never joined us on a Rocket League, or RSC stream, rather. All 4 games of the series played all the way through until playoffs, as we end up playing like a 64-game season over the course of 16 match days. 60 seconds left here in Game 1 as the Aloof Goofs try to find their way back into this one. YourBadKittyCat, lots of boost to work with, lots of room, gets the flick over top of one. Dracula just disrupts this a little bit, and Yerp can't tuck it inside the post. Staying here in the blue end, 45 seconds left. YourBadKittyCat, that's a triple commit. That's a triple commit, ladies and gentlemen. Danger zone here, MrAnderpants. Long clear, can they punish? But Yerp will get the skyward touch, a great defensive recovery there after the triple commit. Maybe they can turn it into a goal. Yerp with some room, and it's insurance with 25 seconds left. 3-1 for the House Salads.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, Yerp is coming out here leading. Actually has the pizza banner in memory of the 50-50 Pizzeria that he's part of. But I mean, looking at this team, is there anything that you think they could do to kind of get those points back in this short amount of time?
Gotta just start sending the house here. I like MrAnderpants' forward positioning. There's a shot outside from Rich Rowland, and that's exactly what they need. Less than 10 seconds. 9 seconds to put it in the back of the net, and they're back within 1. I mean, hey, it's not over till it's over, Bo. You know, you gotta play the whole game for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, unless you just want to quit halfway through, of course you do. And we're gonna see how this kickoff goes. Not favorable for the Aloof Goofs. But, I mean, looking through, we just have to see. Come on, 7 seconds? Do you think that they're going to get... Oh, that was on target.
Here. Dracula's got some boost, but it's a great stop by Yerp, and House Salads will hold on to that lead to take game number 1. They go up 1-0 in this series of 4. Boa, please give us your thoughts on these players while I get the gambling up for all of those rabid fans out there.
But yeah, and I mean, it's pretty much like I expected. Both Slash and KittyCat, both being those kind of neutral players, and then Yerp leading the pack on the House Salads team. Coming out here with 3 shots, 2 of those hitting with an assist. So, I mean, all the goals he had something to do with, and then 2 saves as well. And it seems like we are going to be getting either a substitution or the car change that I talked about with Dracula earlier. And, I mean, but on the other side, you can't discredit them. I mean, Rich and Ander both having more points than any or other than Europe on House Salad. And then 2 goals hitting for them, same stat line. I think we're going to see the Finnick coming out of Dracula. He did just join back.
Car change time.
If it's the Finnick, how much do I get, HUD?
Nothing, because I have no money to give you. You get my my undying love and adoration. Is that good enough for you?
No, yes, that's fine.
Sick.
Just
Fiend,
just straight up,
Fiend, don't look at my lobby chat, okay? It's not important. We don't have any things for me to transfer to, so you have to look at the lobby chat. Just don't draw attention to it.
Wait, why is Demonic in here?
Looks like because he's subbing. There should be 6.
Okay, I didn't ever see Ander leave.
He snuck in.
He did. Like I said, I never saw Ander. I forget, a lot of these are first-time players to stream, so they're not used to the just joining as soon as we get back into it.
It's never a bad thing to wait or to err on the side of caution. I won't fault them there, but we're going to put another 5 minutes on the clock and get game number 2 underway here. Get your bets in before the betting is over. You got like a minute left to decide or to vote on who will be the winner of this game number 2. Europe's going to look to get things started hot for the House Salads. YourBadKittyCat almost tracks that one all the way down. Instead, it's /Fabo who has it just turned aside by Demonic Goat, the captain of this Aloof Goofs side. A great centering ball there from Europe, but a YourBadKittyCat maybe just not expecting that one to come all the way across their hood. And it has been all House Salads here in the first 30 seconds, just pouring it on, and finally they get one to go. YourBadKittyCat connects on one of the already numerous crosses across the box, and it is 1-0 early for the House Salads, Bo. Great start for them.
And by the way, I do get your love and adoration.
You already were getting it, so.
But yeah, coming out of there, Kitty, like they were just. Did you see the rotation from this Amy team? I mean, they were literally doing like almost perfect rotation, going in, out, just going back and forth, rotating, hitting the ball straight to the net, and putting so much pressure there. I mean, eventually it had to go in, like you said. But
ooh, that's just gonna go in. It's just going in. Yep. Yes, very, very good Rocket League here. This is the most Rocket League goal that's ever Rocket League. Just a solid 50, and Rich a little bit not defending his his car's not on the right side of that ball for the 50. But this is not a replay review. This is a cast. And as a result of the poor positioning, it is 2-0 now for the House Salads within the first minute. Demonic Goat looking for something on the sidewall here. Won't find it. It'll be down to Rich Rowland instead, who's going to have a great carry all the way up and through. Steals the boost and gets it around Yurt, but pays for the foray into the offensive zone with his life. He'll be right there once again on the respawn. Up the sidewall, centering ball here. Demonic Goat and Dracula both thinking. Dracula puts it again to the ceiling. And YourBadKittyCat just underneath the wifty won't go in from Rich Rowland, but he's going to turn it right back around. Does he get the Doomsy? He's looking for it. If he had more boost, it would go, but Demonic Goat is there with the broom to clean it up. It's 1-2 now, and we've got signs of life from the Aloof Goofs. The pre-flip.
Yeah. I mean, more than signs of life, just great ball play coming out of there. And I mean, like I said, Demonic coming out of here being the captain. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about this roster. I think the best team that we played against was going to be Dracula.
What a read. Is this amateur? What am I seeing?
I told you Dracula is good.
Dude.
In the air. Murphy?
So confused. Bang. Oh, almost. It's so close there. You're just able to get in the way. Another try is going to be denied by /Fabo. Dracula dropping this one down. Quick turn is from Demonic Goat. At least forces the 50. Ball out. Europe fakes one. Dracula gets the pop over top of 2, and it's going to force the defense of the House Salads all the way back. We approach halftime here in game number 2. Another drive denied. Dracula's putback effort, though, will hit pay dirt. Finds the twine, and a equalizer on the board for the Aloof Goofs.
And I know we're only 1.5 games in, but what are your thoughts on Dracula so far?
they've all, like, I've been impressed by all of them. Just the awareness that they've got and the willingness to go for things in the air, which when we brought Amateur into RSC, we're talking 13 seasons ago. I might be misremembering that number, but it's roughly close, maybe 14. Man. Yeah, very old. The Amateur we were confined to the ground. There was no jumping, there was no aerialing, and to see the things that we see now in Amateur, really just the improvement has been incredible. A great 50 there from Rich Rollins, going to waterfall dangerously, but Europe has a lot of breathing room there to clear it out, and yeah, it's just it's all about not doing that, not triple committing with your teammates. That separates the learning how to hit the ball really good from learning how to play the game really good, and that's where some of these teams find themselves doing a lot of work. But Dracula putting in that work is the third man, getting the save. Demonic Goat maybe a little 1-2-1, flips back to the middle. Dracula looking for maybe a shot, but Rich didn't have a lot of boost, so couldn't be there, and the stalemate continues for a little bit longer, but not very. Oh, almost goes in. My call's for nothing now. Boa, please talk so that way I can hang my head in shame.
But yeah, I mean, looking at this, it reminds me of a team that I watched last season, actually. It was kind of like Trash Bins, but the gameplay is just very similar. Especially one of these players kind of seems like my co-caster, but
I don't know who you might be referencing, but we have another goal on the field because Europe just sticks with this one. Nobody hits the ball, and it is just left on a tee there for Europe at the edge of the box. He puts it in and gets his team right back now. Only one goal separating these two teams. Dracula looking for that early jump 50 kickoff, but YourBadKittyCat takes advantage. Fabo is there, but can't find the handle. It's a long clear the other way now for Dracula. 100 boost in the tank, just chasing this one down. Favorable 50, but nobody ready for that pass from the offensive Aloof Goofs. 60 seconds left in game number 2. Demonic Goat throws this one downfield. Yerbo will opt to take the wide rotation. Not a lot of boost for Demonic Goat, but he manages to tap it down, and Rich Rowland not ready for that 50 to fall right on his nose. Oh, no! Just tripped up in the defensive box, and it's going to go in the back of the net. What a heartbreaker here. The comeback maybe put on ice. 4-2 the lead for the House Salads.
And once again, I'd like you to draw your attention to like the scoreboard. I know you can't right now, but, I mean, the House Salads, Europe is in the very high end of points for them. I mean, the next closest is MrAnderpants, but I mean, and that's with 2 goals. It just shows how much more ball time that Europe is getting compared to the rest of its team. But then you look at Aloof Goofs, and they're
not in.
Okay. And then you look at the Aloof Goofs, and you just see all their scores are so similar to each other. Like, and gosh, they're getting.
Yeah, it's this one's starting to come apart a little bit at the seams towards the end for House Salads, but still lots of game to be played, still a whole half of the series to be played for Aloof Goofs, so not anything done and dusted yet by any stretch. So an opportunity maybe to come back and do a little bit better. Oh, man, Fabo just squeezes that one in on the tightest of angles. I would challenge you to find anyone closer than this. Just squeaks it right by the front post, and it is a 6-2 now as the breaks have come off down the stretch here in game 2. House Salads looking poised to take a 2-0 lead in the series, but I saw in chat Array does it again. I saw it after game 1. Array does it again, and I wanted to think, okay, like this is the first game this team has played. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves in saying that Array's put together another powerhouse amateur team. But game 2, definitely now being 2-0, definitely helps their case to be that next Array amateur showcase team. And it has been a team effort all around. 16 shots for the House Salads, Boa.
I know, like the pressure that they are putting out is amazing for an amateur team, and it seems like we're getting another switch. More than likely, we're going to see Ander come in, if I had to guess. Or we could see another car switch coming from Dracula. It's all up in the air, honestly. But I mean, like I said,
car switch.
Or they can call back
both. Psych.
I'm befuzzled. But I mean, they called back up at the end, but to start off with, it was a lot of just the Yerp show. I mean, 5-14 was his before the rest of them scored.
Yeah, YourBadKittyCat and /Fabo scored like 3 goals in the last 30 seconds.
That's what I
So
was saying. I think it was the last 3. I thought it was 3. And then the rest of the team, it was just. But then, like I said, Aloof Goofs has been playing very evenly, which is something you don't see as much in the amateur. You see more of like one shining star or something. So it's kind of cool to see that one or like the full team having a lot of. I'm trying to think of the best word for it.
I mean, the parity across all of them is okay. Good, they got the hint. The parity across the team definitely is something to be said. I think the ceiling is much higher for the team that plays together rather than the team that relies on their one shining star. But you know, as you start to feel things out here early season, sometimes you just kind of have to make do with what you've got. And, you know, right now, House Salads are on absolute fire, although everybody's going to miss that one. It's a little open for Demonic Goat, and it will go all the way in. That is the best start that you can ask for if you're Aloof Goofs. 10 seconds in, and you got a runaway goal here for a 1-0 lead. It's not a pretty one, but hey, it counts on the goal on the scoreboard all the same, 1-0.
I like the way you say that. I mean, that's something we get caught up in a lot of the higher tiers is how the goal was scored. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. As long as you put points on the board, it's just like putting food on the table.
Ball down and close here for Dracula. Probably would have been Dracula's ball to go for there. Instead, it'll be up to MrAnderpants to clear it away. Gets it out towards midfield where /Fabo will take over. Grabs the boost and the ball. Some great control there, but can't make anything of it. A long clear from Dracula will be reversed right back for YourBadKittyCat. Solo effort to the backboard, denied by Demonic Goat. Goals stay 1-0 in favor of the Aloof Goofs as we approach 1 minute gone here in Game 3. Good patient defense there from House Salads, not overcommitting on that ball in the corner. Yerp with a long clearance. Dracula chops it down and it will be cleared away safely as we cross a minute. It's threatening once again for the House Salads, but nobody can get it. A long clearance, and maybe it'll be 2, but just enough for Yerp to clear that away. Just enough speed in the tank. Boa, it has been that one goal early has been all that Aloof Goofs really have been able to muster so far. They've not found a lot of other opportunities back the other way. You think they've got the tricks in the bag to pull out to be able to find some more offense, or are they just looking for counterattacks the entire way through?
I think so, just because, I mean, I don't know if you remember me saying it, but I think this is going to be their best roster. Coming out of it was Dracula, Ander, and Demonic. But, and they're proving it. They're holding the team to one shot. Previously, they've been having a ton more at this point of the game. And then they are putting up shots as well.
Oh, so close for Yerp, and there's nobody there. Nobody there on the cleanup. That was just a goal left sitting on the pitch for the House Salads. Defense a little scrambly here for the Aloof Goofs, but they get back into their shape quickly. Dracula out with no boost to challenge this one. Dunked immediately by /Fabo. MrAnderpants, a long clearance up to the side wall. Demonic Goat scooting underneath this one, and they'll stay here. Dracula trying to get a touch, really can't find a whole lot. YourBadKittyCat right in the perfect spot for the touch off the backboard, though. And 2 seconds before halftime, we've got a level scoreline with 2:32 left to play. Just great positioning there from the offense. Defense couldn't get back in time. Easy as you like, 1-1.
Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, 1-1 coming out here. It's about the same time that first game went to 1-1, so hopefully it's a different result if you're this Aloof Goof team. I mean, you're already lost 2, so the best you can do is tie it up for the night. And, I mean, that's a bad feeling to tie it up, especially if you say you win the next 2 games dominantly. That's a rough feeling to have, you know?
It is, but I would take the 2-2 rather than rather than any other thing. If my option is a 2-2 or getting swept, I'll take the 2-2 every time. And a big shot there from Dracula is going to be turned away by /Fabo. One thing that I've noticed about the rotations from Aloof Goofs here is we've gone down the stretch, Boa, just hanging that second man way too far back to find any kind of pressure upfield, which is why I said something about the counterattack game, because it's going to be just that. That's going to get them another goal. It's 2 on the game, 1 from Demonic Goat, and now 1 from Dracula from all the way cross pitch off the post and in. 2-1 with 1:43 left. The lead for the Aloof Goofs. And hey, you know, sometimes it's just as good to pick out those poor rotations not covering the goal as it is to double flip reset on somebody, right? Each skill is just as applicable as the other. What a challenge from Dracula. My goodness, what a read. He was up after that one quickly, going for the pre-flip in the corner, but /Fabo still underneath of it. A lot of boost to work with. Plays it out, MrAnderpants to Demonic Goat, cleanly to the backboard. Demonic Goat touches it high. YourBadKittyCat can't get there in time, and Dracula is going to find a 2-goal lead for the Aloof Goofs. I think their largest lead of the series so far, Boa.
It definitely is the largest lead. I think previously it was 1 in this game. I think they've always been down or tied up.
Yep.
So, I mean, looking at that, Dracula is putting on a great showing here, and I mean, maybe it's the octane, maybe he's warm, but no matter what it is, I think the team is happy.
Opportunity here, YourBadKittyCat, and some passing. /Fabo looking for Yerp. It's still heading towards the blue goal. Demonic Goat not panicking. Great patience in the goal from Demonic Goat. Gets that one saved all the way out. /Fabo hustling down the pitch, but not quick enough to secure the boost. This one dragged out over across the center of the box after the demo. Demonic Goat still hunting. He's going to rotate out here up the sidewall. Anderpants can't get a 50 here. It's all on Demonic Goat to cut underneath this one, and he'll do so. It's a dangerous bounce, though. 30 seconds left, and /Fabo is going to capitalize on the poor touch. Puts it right underneath the crossbar and back within 1. Claw the House Salads. 33 seconds left.
Yeah, and I mean, I did forget to mention that as part of his game, but Demonic is a very demo-heavy player, at least whenever we've played him, and I haven't really seen that come out as of late. I mean, I've seen a couple, but not as much as I'm used to. So we're not as much demos, but bumps, which is great in these lower tiers, just because you're going to see it really kind of the mental side of it, and also just the physical. And I would imagine the redirect.
Was an awesome attempt, and you got to try. It doesn't go in if you don't try. Dracula's going to make a great backup stop there to clear the danger, as every defender for the Aloof Goofs was low boost. And now with zeros on the clock, all the ball must do is touch the ground, and it will be the first win for the Aloof Goofs. And there it is, finally. They made it interesting for a little bit, but at midfield, Aloof Goofs will secure game number 3. Bring the series to 2-1 in favor of the House Salads. They've got themselves on the board. The sweep is dead, at least for this first series. And Aloof Goofs turn it around. It's the cycle all the way across the board for Demonic Goat. They play good counterattacking offense, but then also a very good job of just not panicking defensively, Boa. I think if there's one thing that I noticed from that Aloof Goofs team in that one, just the ice under pressure down, they were absolutely staring down the barrel of being tied up there, and managed to keep it out, keep their lead alive.
So, I mean, me and you talked about this previously before we actually hopped on stream, but, I mean, Aloof Goofs just won, but they're swapping out Dracula for Rich. What is your take on this call?
Yeah, my personal RSC captaincy take is that I don't sub out when my teams have won. I can't find any logical reasoning behind changing a lineup that has just won a game. But with that being said, every captain runs their teams differently. I've never been on one that's been run the same if I've not been the one that's running it. And some teams like to prioritize getting everybody equal playing time, which is why we could be seeing that sub there even after the dub. Or maybe they're just seeing something that we aren't. So an opportunity here for these players to get one more game in on stream as we head into game number 4. They follow the directions. They join the lobby immediately. You love to see it. And we've got another 5 minutes of Aloof Goofs versus House Salads here, looking to secure the 2-2 sweep if you are Aloof Goofs. Lots to play for. 5 more minutes on the clock. Fabo almost wins that one right into the back of the goal for an early goal for House Salads. YourBadKittyCat has an effort that won't connect. Gets the demo on the last man. Fabo tries to find an angle, but can't quite tuck it inside. YourBadKittyCat, good 50 here. Bounces it high. Yerp up quickly. Lots of aggressive forward rotations already from House Salads. But MrAnderpants will get the clear here. YourBadKittyCat forced to retreat. And the first moment to breathe for the defense of Aloof Goofs here. And it's immediately going to be a jailbreak. Fabo throws it downfield, but maybe not the best touch with no boost. Good touch out to Yerp. Yerp is going to be a shot on frame. Oh my goodness, it almost goes in on the own goal. YourBadKittyCat can't find it. And we stay 0-0. Yerp touches it outside. Fabo staying on it here in the corner. 40 boost. Another touchdown, but it's saved away by MrAnderpants, and with a minute gone, Boa, for no goals on the board yet, it's been very exciting.
It definitely has, and I mean, like we said earlier, amateurs exciting for that one fact of you don't know what's gonna happen.
Never can be sure.
1 minute they could be flip reset, and the next minute they could just be on-goaling, so...
The triple commits. The triple commits are what I'm always looking out for. You get the flip resets, and then you get the triple commit. That's classic amateur tier. I mean, let's be real here. I just did that in my rival game, my rival scrim the other day. So don't want to sit here and talk down too much.
But yeah, and I mean, looking at it,
that was wide open.
Should have been on net.
Wide open.
But I mean, looking at it, like I said, we've only played House Salads one time. I think we actually played them soon in another scrim before match day, or we played them on match day or something. But personally, out of the two, well, I won't make you answer that. Never mind. I don't want you to get hurt. No one's feeling.
No.
If you probably know what I was gonna ask.
Not really, but I agree with it. I don't want to have to accidentally hurt anybody's feelings either. That's my prerogative here. But I mean, there's still 0-0 scoreline Rocket League going on here, Boa. We've got more pressing things to watch as it maybe almost doesn't stay 0-0 as we cross the halftime marker. That's a weird touch from Europe. I don't know how that ball went that way, but YourBadKittyCat bails him out. This one comes back across. Demonic Goat touches it high. Lots of orange players finally getting it down the field. Where's the defense? Boa, what happened to the defense? Where did they go?
I think they were all three. They got counterattacked.
They really did get counterattacked. No boost, nobody there, and just wide open for Europe to walk the ball into the back of the net.
But basically, so I was gonna ask. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the history of the league and stuff, but personally, is this the first season that Reverse Fridge has had a franchise?
I do believe that it's definitely the first in a while. I don't know if it's the first ever.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you know who historically has been better with Amy.
I mean, Array's got a great track record in amateur. it's hard to if it's not Array or Tech 4 who rest in GM peace. Is tough to it's tough to compete with those kind of teams, but yeah, Array definitely has got the amateur team building chops, and I think 50-50 Pizzeria and the House Salads definitely showing that here, but they still have a minute and a half to finish as they look to get this one out, but there's nobody in goal yet again. YourBadKittyCat's going to be first back. Lots of space to work with, but no boost for Rich Rollin looking for the fakes. But YourBadKittyCat makes the stop, wraps around once more. KittyCat with the clear, and will be first on it. Follows up their own touch, mid-boost, lots of space to work with, and Anderpants gets underneath of it. Demonic Goat really just kind of cherry-picking upfield. I think that's one of the reasons why back line has been so wide open for the Aloof Goofs. There's been a couple of times the cameras flipped to him, and the ball is driving back towards his net, and he's still in the other half. So that is a tough spot to defend from when you're in the opposing half. But sometimes it works out. Fabo puts one just off frame, and it's YourBadKittyCat to clean it up. 2-0 with 42 seconds left, and House Salads looking pretty good for the 3-1 here, Bella.
Yeah, and I mean, and who better to do it than seeing like these different people? Sorry, these different like people coming out here scoring. I mean, it's not just the Yerp show anymore. You're seeing Kitty sticking up there with them, Slash sticking up there with them, on their own respective areas. I mean, Slash, while not having a goal, has an assist and a save now. So I mean, it's just great to see these teams being well-rounded, and like we said earlier about the own goal.
Yeah, no, the own goals happen to the best of us. Some of us score them in the semifinal or final matches on stream, but some of us get them out of the way early here in the preseason. Sometimes that just gets away from you, and you know, it was a close one there for YourBadKittyCat on the goal line. Little cross, fake kickoff. I don't know if that was intentional. What I'm seeing here, brand new kickoff meta is being developed here in amateur for RSC. Rich Roland tries to tuck this one inside. Demonic Goat just a little too slow to bite, and will not be able to get back in front of Slash Fabo, who will drive it all the way into the back of the net. 3-1 with 11 seconds left, and that one might be the dagger, Boa. That one might do it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever came back from that kind of deficit with 11 seconds.
Not in threes. I've seen it happen in 2s and 1s, but not in 3s.
Yeah. But never say never.
Oh. Looks like it might not happen mathematically this time, but it was a valiant effort nonetheless. And maybe one for the road here if Demonic Goat can get his nose around it, but it will not to find House Salads guide the ball to the ground and take your first series on stream for RSC 2020, 3-1 over the Aloof Goofs. Congratulations to them, and a strong performance. Congratulations to everybody that won more RSC bits. And Boa, you have got any thoughts for this one while I start working on getting the next series set up?
Not really, honestly. I mean, it went kind of the way that I expected it to. I did say that I think House Salads would win, although I think so. I'm not even sure
You did.
anymore. I did?
Yeah, you did.
Let's go. Why is it anytime I guess, I don't put points down and I'm right?
That's tough. See, I can't vote. I can't bet. I'm unable to.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
When I make the polls, I can't vote in the polls. Can't cook the books, you know. Okay.
Just have a solo stream.
Actually, here we're gonna make this really easy on me because I don't want everybody to watch me type this match info. We're gonna go to a quick break. We're gonna come right back. When we return, we're going to have another amateur team. Another amateur matchup, the Astro Amber Ales from 5 o'clock nowhere, and the Elements franchise represented by Surprise. So more amateur action coming your way in just a moment. Please bear with us while we go to a brief break.